Well, hello. I went to Costco today and I got a random assortment of things. I actually went for paper towels. Guess what I forgot? Paper towels, you nailed it. But I did end up getting a lot of other things. I went to a different Costco in my area that I don't think I've ever been to before. And when I was driving into it, I was like, I didn't even know this was here. Crazy. It was worth the drive because they had a lot of different products that my local Costco doesn't sell. So let me show you what I grabbed. Here is the haul as a whole. And I didn't do a meal plan or anything. It was just like, oh, we could use that. We could use that. While I'm here, I might as well get that. So I'll start over here and tell you everything I got. I got some mangoes. You know why? Because yesterday we went to Publix and I thought, I don't need anything from Costco. We're good. I just went to Publix the other day, which is a grocery store in our area, arguably the best grocery store ever. I've never been to a Meijer though, so maybe one day. Anyway, I grabbed a couple of mangoes from Publix and they were like $3 for one mango. I wanted to cry. So hopefully this was a better price for 6. My kids love mango and you know, even these are a little bit hard, so we're gonna have to wait a few days on those. I also grabbed some green beans. I have no idea what is for dinner tonight, tomorrow, the next night. Don't ask me, I don't have a clue. But I figure one night we will have some green beans and this is like just a quick easy meal, right? Some of this, maybe throw some potatoes, sheet pan meal, a little bit of oil, a little bit of vegetable, salt and pepper, oil, salt and pepper. And that's how we love to make our green beans in the oven, 411 degrees, the perfect way, I don't know, like 20 minutes or whatever. So green beans, the best price at Costco. Also this paleo organic basil and cracked black pepper. I made this in a recent recipe. Like I bought these and I was like, ooh, these are real good and simple ingredients and they're paleo and I want to say they've got a decent amount of protein, 16 grams. Is this 1 link or 2? 1 link, 16 grams of protein. That's pretty good. Eat 2 grams and you know, that's 32 if you do math. Oh, watch out. I also grabbed some cantaloupe. We eat them like one at a time. I feel like our family is big enough where I just cut one for dinner. I like to have it on the table, whether we're eating breakfast, lunch, or dinner, whatever, maybe dessert, throw it on there. There's a snack. It does, cantaloupe, fresh fruit. When I have fresh fruit on the table ready to go, my kids are likely to eat it. More likely than if I were to say, hey, do you want cantaloupe? And then they'll be, oh, I don't know. But if it's out and I just don't ask and I just put it out, they'll eat it. And it's amazing, and guess what? I'll eat more of it that way too. Hey, I am deviating from the produce section a little bit to show you these, because if I don't right now, I might forget about them. These are, we haven't had them before. I should have tried it out before I showed you. It's the first time I've seen them. The Lollies, and it is a throat-soothing popsicle, not popsicle, but like a lollipop for kids. It's got organic honey in here. The flavor, it's a variety pack. So we've got watermelon, strawberry, orange mango, mixed berry, ages 3 and up, which is great. And if you can hear it in my voice, yes, we've been sick for like a week. Mine is lingering. My kids seem to get over it a little bit faster, but it's like hitting us one at a time. You know how it goes. It's like the domino effect in the house. And so one of our kids got a little cold and I was like, oh my gosh, we're over the hump of everyone getting cold. Nope, just when I thought we were safe. Absolutely not. That's how it goes, right? Anyway, we got some Halls for one of our kids. And to be fair, like Halls are really difficult. Like, you know what I mean? If they're mentholy or what, if they're not the candy style Halls. So that was a no-go for my child. So I thought these would be a great option to have on hand just to get a little bit of that like throat soothing stuff for them if they're coughing or whatever. I also grabbed a limited edition. What is so limited about this? Ooh, they're premium. They are improving lives from farm to table. Yeah, they are. I don't know what's so limited about this, but I do love strawberries. Only got 1 package. I grabbed some yesterday, and I'm gonna do a big grocery haul for my main channel, The Wads, pretty soon, maybe in a few days. So I figured this will hold us over until then. I really love these, and my kids love them, most importantly. And you get a couple different flavors in here, strawberry, 8 of those, and then 8 mango. So you get 16 tubes in total, and they're organic, squeezable smoothies. There's no sugar added. They're plant-based. The brand is Sweet Nothings, and we've had these before. I've ordered them, I think, from Thrive Market, and I don't think they came refrigerated. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at that to see if initially they need to be refrigerated. Maybe I got a different brand now that I think about it. But anyway, oh, look at those ingredients. Great ingredients. And I just love I mean, my kids will eat yogurt morning, noon, and night, you know? I also grabbed this because it was on sale, and I thought, well, I better snag it while I have the chance and opportunity while it's on sale. I love the Sun Bum, but it is like a pricier sunscreen. Call me bougie, do whatever you want, but I love the way that it smells. And for me, I'm like, that is paramount. Yes, please. When I'm at the beach, that's what I want, that coconut smell, and that's exactly what this has. I did see at TJ Maxx the other day, like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago when I went searching for like Easter basket things, I saw they had a Sun Bum leave-in conditioner. Ask me how many times I've been thinking about it. Yeah, every single night since. I'm like, man, if only I got that. But I was like, I don't know if I want to smell like coconuts all the time, you know? But definitely in summertime, maybe I'll see it again. But anyway, I thought that was a good deal for a 2-pack of the 50 SPF. I also grabbed these. I always like having them in my freezer. It's just a quick, easy snack or lunch for my kids, after school snack, whatever. I can have them throw it in the air fryer if they're just feeding, you know, themselves / their friend, or if I'm feeding the whole gang for lunch, I can throw it in my actual oven because my oven is a convection oven. Apparently that's different than like normal ovens. I thought everyone's oven was the same, but it makes it nice and crispy. It cooks like an air fryer, and that's why people love the air fryer so much, because it like crisps it up. Anyway, these are great. They're very similar to the Chick-fil-A brand. And hey, speaking of Chick-fil-A, have you seen the French fries that they've had at Costco lately? Like the new ones? They're just French fries. I don't know why people are going crazy. I didn't buy them. I don't even think I've shown them in a shop with me. When they come out with waffle fries, that's when I'll get some. Trader Joe's has some good waffle fries. But anyway, Chick-fil-A sauce, new at Costco. I was like, oh, what? Couldn't believe I saw this. I'm not a huge fan of Chick-fil-A sauce. Let me know your sauce preference. Mine is buffalo. I love that. What's your Chick-fil-A order too? I get the kale salad, and then we get the 30-piece of nuggets for everyone. Well, mostly the little kids. And then I just take a few of the nuggets, plop them in my salad, and they have to be breaded. Like those people who get non-breaded nuggets, good for you. Actually, they're non-breaded sandwich. I get that often, and that's really good too. But anyway, the nuggets, breaded, kale salad with buffalo sauce in it. But my kids do love this Chick-fil-A sauce, and it was a good price compared to, I think at the grocery store we spend over $6 just for one, and this was $8 something for two. And I was like, okay, I'll get it. We haven't bought it in a while because we did look at the sugar content. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, wait, 6 grams is 19, what does that say, 13%? You guys, I gotta get my eyes checked or something. This does have sugar, but it's like sauce. You know what I mean? It's not gonna, it's just fine. It's fine, no big. I also grabbed these. I love that Costco sells this enormous pack of Scrub Mommy sponges. 8 in here for what, like 15 bucks or something? It's astronomical savings, okay? Because one at Target is over $4. Am I right? $4, around $4, $3.79, $4.50, $4.40. It doesn't matter. Around that for 8 of them is crazy. And I got this for a friend because she saw our sponges, and I was like, oh my gosh, these are the best. Like, you know, they're popular for a reason, and I've been using them for years. I can't get onto the Scrub Daddy sponges. I need that soft side. That's what I really like. And my mom used to use something, Dobie pad or something, with a similar texture as this. Anyway, I love them. I think they're great. My friend said, these are the best. And I said, yeah, they are. So I'm going to gift her this box, because I was like, that's too good of a deal to pass up, right? We also got some snackin' cheeses. My kids have already dove into this as well. They grabbed a couple snackin' cheeses. They're just like little mozzarella balls. And in each little pack, you get 3 balls. Great for the lunch boxes. Great to just like when you're middle of the day opening the fridge looking for a snack, you munch on this while you're looking for something else to eat, and yeah, it'll power you through a little bit. Hey, I recently realized that my Olive Garden Italian dressing went bad in like 2024, I think. Anyway, now that I'm looking at this, I'm like, did it? It's so hard to read, but I needed a new one, so I grabbed some new stuff. When does this expire? October. Does that say 39? No, July of 2025. See, I have to use all of this by July of 2025. That's what I'm saying when people were like, no, I don't think that expired. Yeah, dude, it expired last year. I'm gonna have to go back on the video and see what the expiration date said. But you know, I have bad eyes, so maybe I read it wrong. But this, I'm buying it in what, end of March, end of March, and it expires in, what does that say, July? I forgot already. I love using this in marinades. One of my all-time favorite marinades. If you need a marinade recipe and you're looking for something delicious to eat tonight, get those summer flavors. Get a Ziploc bag, throw some chicken in it, or a bowl or whatever, however you make a marinade. Chicken, I use thighs because we like to keep it juicy over here. And I dump in some Olive Garden dressing, just enough to cover it, whatever. And then the juice of like, I don't know, 3 to 5 limes, depending on how many pieces of chicken you're making, and honey. That's it. Those are the 3 ingredients. I don't know, 1/4 cup, a 1/3 cup. I don't measure. I just squirt it in until it looks good. Grill it, and that is the magic. Oh my gosh, I am salivating just thinking about summertime grilling season. Hey, I also grabbed some chia seeds for Alex because he's been making smoothies, and he's like, hey, you know, it would be great to add to my smoothies. And I was like, oh, bee pollen that I bought from Thrive Market like a week ago and no one has opened it. I don't make smoothies, but I was like, hey guys, add this in your smoothie. I should probably just put it by the blender so they're reminded to use it. It's supposed to be like really good for you, like adding bee pollen to a smoothie, you know what I mean? Or our friend told us that she adds it to yogurt. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have to try that out next time I eat yogurt, which is hardly ever. Anyway, chia seeds, and we have some. I'm pretty sure they're real old, so I figured I'd buy a new bag for him to munch on. Hey, speaking of munching, yeah, we already opened these. We tried a few of the treats just to let you know how they were. So these are the Havana, you guys, I'm not even gonna try to butcher this, alfajor. Alpha, I think I'm trying to pronounce it as if I'm French, but I think that's a Spanish thing because it's chocolate dulce de leche. Alfajor, no, I'm just gonna stop embarrassing myself. You guys, look at that on the inside. It kind of has the texture, and I'll show you how big it is actually. I wanna say that's an accurate representation of the size. Yeah, pretty accurate, maybe a little bit bigger on the package, you know? But this is, it's bigger than I thought it was going to be, and they're delicious. They kinda taste like a, what is that, a ho-ho or something, which I haven't had since I was like a child, so maybe my taste buds are off, but that's kind, but more caramelly, you know, the dulce de leche. And we ripped into these Rip Van chocolate hazelnut wafer type of things. What got us is, well, me, and my kids really like the, anything Kinder, right? Anything with Nutella in it, anything, I mean, who doesn't? It is so good. One of my kids is allergic to hazelnuts, so you know, she doesn't get to enjoy that. She did when she was a child. And apparently you're supposed to introduce the nuts earlier in life, right? Because then they will be less inclined to have an allergy to them. Well, didn't work out in our favor because I mean, Nutella was like one of the first foods I introduced. Not really, but anyway, she's allergic to it now, like really allergic to a bunch of nuts except for peanuts. But I saw these, and the 2 grams of sugar compared to like, what is it, 22 in Nutella. I was like, ooh, maybe these are gonna be great. They were right next to all the Kinder products. And you know what? They are pretty good. We like the, you know, 1 gram of sugar, 2 grams of sugar, whatever the heck these are. I buy these a lot from Costco, the skinny dipped 2 grams. And then the Unreal, this is like our treat bin over here. And then these Unreal bars have a limited amount of sugar in them too. So I figured we'd add this to our collection. So nice. You know, at the end of the night, you just want a little treat. And in the morning, I thought, hey, with all the sourdough bread that I'm not making, maybe this will encourage me to make some more sourdough bread. I bought some of these jams. They were on sale, and I was like, ooh, that's a good price for some strawberry jam, since I've yet to make it this season myself. So I grabbed some of those. I also grabbed some teriyaki sauce, which my Costco doesn't carry, so I was really excited to see this. I love the Kinder's brand, and I have a lot of recipes that call for teriyaki sauce. And so I just thought, you know what? I usually use the, oh gosh, the Very Very Teriyaki brand, and that is really good. So I'll be interested to see how this compares. Oh my gosh, the lid was almost popping off there. Hey, me too, popping off at Costco. You know what else I found? This brand new Amy Lou taco seasoned chicken crumbles. This, I love an Amy Lou brand. I feel like I've tried a lot of the chicken crumbles in the past, And I'm excited to try this one. I mean, doesn't this just look good? I feel like I used to have the pickled onions. I need to get some more of those maybe, because the way that this is, the Cahoja cheese, I didn't say that correctly. I apologize, I'm so sorry. I'm so uncultured. It's something like that. Cahoya? Some kind of cheese. Delicious, like that Mexican cheese. The crumbles, so good. So you know what? This might be a dinner for another night, and I did get some tortillas I'll talk about in a second. I also grabbed some of these. I hadn't seen them, and honestly, like, my teeth are really sensitive since I started Invisalign, so I ate one of these and I was like, ooh, these are really hard. So it could just be the fact that like my teeth are crazy sensitive just from having Invisalign. I'm telling you guys, it's ruining my life, but I digress. The flavor on this was really good, and if you are a cracker lover, I think you're really going to enjoy it. Oh my gosh, another new product. What in the heck? So many of them, right? I had to try them out for you. I do it for you. We tried this fried calamari snack. Like, what? Have you ever heard of that? No, I've never. And I thought it was so interesting. Oh my gosh, the bag is closed. Let me open it. So here's what they look like. Just some random, like, you know, supposed to be fried calamari. So at first I was eating these raw and I was like, ooh, they're actually pretty good. But then on the back it says to warm them up, microwave for 15 seconds or air fryer for 3 minutes. So I've yet to try it that way, but so far I quite enjoy them actually. And then, you know what got me? These. I was like, ooh, I guess I could use a little sweet treat. The thing of it is that I was hungry and I was like, ooh, yeah, that sounds real good. Assorted filled cake bites, apple, strawberry, and lemon flavored. Actually, now that I know that they're filled, I don't know if I'm gonna like them as much as I thought I would, but I'm gonna find that out pretty soon here when I crack them open. I also grabbed some of this peanut butter powder. We haven't had it in a while. My kids really enjoy it when we do have it. Sometimes we just mix it in with milk. It's got 7 grams of protein. You can throw it in a smoothie just to add a little bit of extra protein in there and that peanut butter flavor. And my kids have been making a lot of smoothies lately, so I figured I'd buy it for them and get that extra protein in there. I also grabbed some of these Go-Go Squeezes. It's the variety pack, but I feel like they used to have apple banana. I didn't see it this time. Like, I looked all over and I was actually looking for the, oh, what's the kind? It's in my pantry. I think last time I got it was from Thrive Market. Oh, of course, now that I can't find any, I feel, yeah, because we're out of it. That's why I was looking for it. It's like the adult ones. They're really good, but they didn't have it at this Costco. So interesting. I also grabbed some carb balanced tortillas. These are my favorite tortillas. They're keto certified and they've got a lot of protein for a tortilla, which is crazy. So 6 grams of protein and 2 grams of fiber. Like, what? 2 grams of carbs. Like 2 grams of carbs. It actually has a ton of fiber. Hold on. It's got 17 grams of fiber, 19 grams of carbs, but you subtract the fiber from the carbs, and that's how you get your carb count. If you count macros, I don't, but I just like to be aware of it. And this is like a great option if you're wanting to, you know, add a little bit more protein and be a little better, you know, compared to a normal tortilla that has, I want to say like 20 grams of protein. You know what I mean? Like 22, something like that. Okay, I also got these Madras lentils. They were on sale today, which I was stoked about because my kids were saying how we were out of it. So I grabbed some of these. We love it. A quick, easy. Oh my gosh. See, I used to be way better about it. I would cook it with some rice, but then I would cut it with cauliflower or even cauliflower rice. I need to make a Thrive Market order because I don't think I added that to my order. I love having cauliflower rice in the pouch, which makes this even more convenient because then you can cook it like in the microwave, 60 seconds, and then lunch is ready, especially when your kids are like, I'm hungry. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to make a whole thing, but I do want to fill their bellies with something delicious. They love this. And it's just like lentils and beans and really good stuff. I also grabbed some coconut milk. Everyone in the household has been enjoying coconut milk more, so I wanted to grab this. I recently saw this at Costco. I don't know how long they've been selling it, but I was happy to find it there. And they have a blue variety, not at Costco, but it's the sweetened kind, and that is extra good, but also sweetened. And then I grabbed some almond milk as well. It is, you get 12 containers in here. So I thought that was really good. I usually get it, you know, in like the refrigerated section, but I thought this was a great deal too. And then some Ghirardelli brownies, because you can't have brownie Friday. That's me dancing, but you can't see. You can't have it without the Ghirardelli. These are the best boxed brownies I've ever had in my entire life. I think you've probably never had anything better than this ever. It's really good. You get 6 in here for that price. It's just so fantastic. And you gotta have it. And we've been out for a few weeks, so we've been really struggling to survive around here, okay? I also grabbed some seaweed. Love having this. My kids love it. They eat it as a snack. They eat it just with rice, whatever. If I made like chicken and rice one night, they'll like eat it with that, you know? So it's fantastic. I love having it on hand. And I grabbed this. I was looking for rice pouches and I figured this will hold me over until I make my Thrive Market order. And it's cooked sticky white rice. And it comes in like a bowl. We've had it once before and it's like, it is pretty sticky, I'll say that. You just throw it in the microwave. And guess what else I got? Eggs. Yes, they had the huge thing of eggs. They did have a limit on the eggs. I want to say it was like limit 3 per person. And I don't know if it was the boxes that had a limit of 3 or the cartons. So this may have been just a limit of 1. I'm unsure, but I was happy to find it nonetheless. Eggs are coming back, you guys. I mean, for an arm and a leg, but here we are. And then I grabbed some Kleenex. I told you we've been under the weather a little bit over here, and so I just need to replenish my stash. Literally used my last box not too long ago, and I almost didn't buy them, and I was like, Kim, you should just be an adult and use tissues instead of like toilet paper and paper towels and stuff like that. So I ended up getting them, and that's it. Hey, I forgot to mention this one, roasted unsalted pistachios. I didn't realize they were unsalted. It should be a crime. I'll leave it at that. I'm taking my shoes off in my closet and then looked in the mirror for the first time. Why didn't you tell me? There are worse things in life, but you know what the worst thing in life is? Having to put all the groceries away. I'm just kidding. I actually enjoy it, finding a spot for everything. Not that I even did that on this day. A lot of the times when I buy a bunch of pantry staples like I did on this day, I'll just make a pile in my pantry until it gets out of hand, and then I have to deal with it a couple weeks later. You know what I mean? That's precisely what I did with like lentils, and I bought the rice and whatever the heck else I bought. I know there's a few more boxes in there that we've just been like opening if we want something out of it, rather than me putting it away and grabbing it off the shelf. You know what I mean? It'll happen eventually. It just doesn't always happen on the same day, and that's okay. Just like food prep, doesn't it? Like cleaning my fruits and vegetables. I try my best, and it hardly ever happens anymore. Is that a goal of mine to do that? I don't even think it is. I gotta be realistic with myself. I think first things first, I gotta make a meal plan. So on my main channel, I think maybe this week or the following week, sometime in the near future, I will try to make a meal plan, and then I'll do my big grocery shopping day, and hopefully not forget paper towels this time. And then do a little bit of food prep or share some recipes with you. So hop on over to the WODs if you want to hang out with me there. If not, I'll have another shop with me on this one soon. That is it. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out. Hope you enjoyed seeing all the new stuff that I got at Costco today. If you want to watch the shop with me, that's already up, and you can see all the new stuff that Costco had to offer. I'll see you next time. Bye.